which is
It's
cool
very
as shit.
possible that I may disappear if
cool.
this Asian food hits me right.
Okay, well, just don't turn your camera off because then I have to reorganize everybody.
Oh, I'll just mute myself.
Yeah.
I'll still take y'all to the bathroom with me.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, cool.
Okay, all right. So last session, the party suffered a rather grueling defeat at the hands of the minions of an aboleth. After you all ventured into its lair to try to rescue a missing Vistani girl by the name of Arabelle. You all were unsuccessful, having been captured by the aboleth, and offered a deal. The aboleth would give you the information that you sought, the information that the girl had. That was the information on a weapon that you would use to defeat Strahd. You all reluctantly accepted the deal, or at least those of you who were given much of a chance to, accepted the deal and left the Aboleth's lair with its permission without Arabelle. You return to Anya's shop, your good friend Anya's shop, where most of you were able to get your short rest in because you all had a ball to go to, the ball of one Lady Fiona Wachter, who the Baron of Vallaki asked you all to gather information on. Malachi and Findraw, you both stayed behind an extra hour to finish up your long rest, as you both were pretty much on death's doorstep. The rest of you ventured with your attire and with whatever equipment you had that you wished to bring into the ball, ventured to Lady Watcher's mansion, where you found a very large group of people going inside as they presented their invitations. Before you all could present your invitation, Aragal, the Vistani man, the uncle of Arabelle, approached you all and asked you if you'd had any news of Arabelle. After a couple of bad word choices and some bad rolls from Van Renfield, Van Renfield did, however, manage to convince Aragal that Arabelle was dead and that there was no hope in it. Aragal left after making a bit of a scene. But the rest of the party presented their invitation, and where we left off last was those of you, the party except for Malachi and Findraw, were approaching the Wachter mansion, a rather large, beautiful-looking house with surprisingly bits of flora outside, live plants and a few trees outside, ready to enter this ball. So, as you all pass through the metal gates, you see that this house is really not just a house. You've seen bigger and fancier houses in the Sword Coast where you're from. However, you've never seen a house like this since your time in Barovia. Whoever built this place did so with expert craftsmanship. You see beautiful trees line a pristine road that leads through the estate up to the mansion. Statuettes of dancing men are built into the walls on each side of the massive main doors, which are painted bright red with golden bracings. The windows have bright red shutters, and the roof seems to be the only one in town that is still in at least a decent condition. Two guards stand at the main gate wearing bright red scarves over their chainmail. And one of them sort of raises his hand and says, "Before you enter, you are not permitted to carry weapons inside the mansion. Please, leave your weapons here." Says
I'll
Xan-
take off my backpack and
Okay.
leave it there. And God.
I'll also give up my backpack and my 2 short swords.
Your 2 short swords? Okay.
Yep.
Oh my god, I don't even have my dice out. What am I doing? Totally unprepared DM here. Okay. Let me see what all... God, I wish they were here, because I would like to know what Van Renfield exactly would do. But, Van Renfield is a bit begrudgingly going to hand over his longsword as well. After a moment, they sort of analyze y'all and make sure that you're a bit light on weaponry, and they permit you inside. The front door opens into a very large foyer filled with beautiful pottery and paintings. 2 stained glass doors in wooden frames lead from the foyer to the left, and a wooden door leads to a room on the right. The room on the right, you can hear clattering of dishes and the shouting of a cook screaming orders. You also see a red marble staircase that ascends up to a second story. The stained glass doors to your left, you can clearly hear music and general merriment as people are talking and sort of singing and chatting happily. It's a bit of a strange sound to hear in Barovia, and especially here in Vallaki as well. This is a bit more merriment than you're used to, aside from your trips at the Vistani camps. A woman approaches the party and she says, I am Melinda. I will escort you into the ballroom. Please come with me. And she sort of shuffles and opens these stained glass doors. And you are all now able to see this ballroom proper. When the doors open, it's a massive room. It's filled with ornate chairs and tables that surround an open floor, clearly reserved for the ballroom dancing. There's bright red drapes, and they rest open around arched windows made of a lattice work of iron and glass that peer out into the fog-swept estate. Music fills the room as people in colorful garb and playful masks dance, sing, and chatter amongst themselves. It seems a rather joyous affair. In the center of the room, dancing with a young man whom you recognize to be Karl Wachter, is a woman in a bright red dress with a long beaked mask and bright feathers. So we will all move here into the ballroom. There's not many others you recognize. Everyone is also wearing these masks, these very, some are like wolves, some are like birds. You even see one that seems to be a rather ghoulish, terrifying mask, but everyone seems to be very joyous and having a lot of fun. You see the other Wachter brother in the back of the room, sort of with his arms crossed and leaning against the wall. Xantix, I guess you're the only one present.
Oh, no one else is with us?
Zemnis is also there, and Toad and Van Renfield are there.
Oh.
However, we are
Great.
struggling today.
Oh, Malachi,
Okay.
look up quickly.
I mean, I'll walk in the room with my boy Pedal.
All right. as you walk in, you do see Nikolai Wachter. He does approach you, and the party as well. He seems to be in a bit of a dour mood. It's a bit strange seeing him like this. You're used to seeing him rather joyful and sort of rambunctious at the inn. But he approaches, and he says, by the morning, Lord, I'm glad that you are here. Perhaps this dull affair can be a bit more exciting now. And he sort of has a mischievous grin on his face.
Oh, and it seems like everyone here is having a good time. Except
Yes.
for you, I suppose.
It may seem that way, but trust me, they're all as bored as I am. A few of you are missing, aren't they?
Yes, they needed some extra time to get ready. They'll be here in a little while.
Well, I hope they hurry along. I was rather fond of both of them, honestly. The dour look of your elven fellow was quite amusing, and the farmer friend, well, I think he'll be a very interesting addition to the party. I would also ask that you present yourself to my Lady Mother when you get the chance, Lady Fiona Wachter. And he gestures in the middle towards this black-haired woman in the red dress dancing with Carl Wachter. He says, my mother will be very, very intrigued to make your acquaintance.
Oh, of course. I can go right now.
I would wait until the dance is over. You wouldn't want to be rude.
Oh, of course. What should I do? I don't typically come to functions such as this.
Van Renfield kind of leans there and goes, for God's sakes, man, we drink.
I cannot drink. I do not have a mouth.
Yeah, that's right. Well, more for me. And Van Renfield begins to wander over to a table in the back corner.
I feel like he'd ask a question like, I just don't understand you.
I just don't understand. But he walks to the back corner and begins to pour himself a rather large goblet of wine. Back at Anya's shop, Malachi and Findra, you all have finished up your rest. And you know that the rest of the party has made their way to the Wachter Ball. As you all awake, or I guess neither of you sleep, but you both come out of your trances or your meditative states, what would you like to do?
I'm heading to the ball.
All right.
Finjark's gonna look at he's gonna look at good old Malachi and be like, he's gonna say, I forgive you for tackling me and cuffing me, but don't do it again.
So that wasn't even you, man. You were out of your fucking mind.
I do appreciate it and very ashamed, but do not handcuff me again.
That was the detective Van Renfield.
Was it who? I can't remember who.
Well,
I guess I wouldn't know because I was so fucking distraught. I would just assume. Let's just go with that.
They both
Van Renfield started doing it, and I was like, "This is really loud," and I was just like, Malachi was just like, "Let's get this over with." But I did. Malachi would say, "But if you need any more curses removed, I won't wait for your consent."
Noted. I do not forgive that still man that we run around with.
Malachi doesn't care. He thinks it's hilarious. He's like, what a weirdo, but who am I to talk?
Okay. All right. You both then step out into the Go ahead.
I don't have my scythe. Knowing that I'm about to go into a ball, I'm
It is bamped away. I figured.
Indrar definitely has his staff.
Okay. Okay.
100% has all of his shit and his staff with him. Just
Okay.
now.
All
Are
right.
you still carrying around that like ceremonial shield and sword?
No, it was in the bag. Was it?
Oh.
It
Yeah.
was in the bag, so I don't have it.
Well.
oh shit.
It's a sore subject, Chris. All right. So you two then wander out into the cold, misty night, and the town is rather empty, even more than usual. There's really not a soul out on the street until you all do approach the mansion, and you do see the large crowd surrounding and gathering outside of this mansion and slowly funneling themselves inside. This seems to be a much bigger affair than the Baron let on. And the people here seem much more excited than you would have assumed from how he portrayed it. But you all gave your names and you explained who invited you, and you are escorted in through the gates. And the two guards at the center say, "Are you all armed?"
I'll pull out my last remaining dagger and give it to him, and then show I don't have anything.
Indrar says, "'Tis a walking stick."
You
Yeah,
wouldn't
and
pardon an
Malachi
old
goes,
man.
you wouldn't want to take away a man's walking stick.
Findra, roll a persuasion check.
Oh, he's really good at those.
-2. Okay, here we go. Hey, okay, 14. I'll take it.
14?
Yeah.
14. He goes, "Well, all right. I suppose a walking stick couldn't hurt." And he gestures for you two to enter. And you both see the pretty much the exact same situation as before, as the others did. You enter the foyer. You're escorted into the ballroom, where you see this just really joyous and happy affair. You do see Xantix and Piddlewick there, and Xantix too, just waddling behind him. Xantix is just like focused dead in the center of the ballroom, just standing there quietly. Van Renfield is in the corner drinking a large goblet of wine. Xemnas, what are you doing?
I would also like to find something to drink.
Okay, you are getting wine with Van Renfield as well. And Toad's really nowhere to be found. You don't really see Toad. But as they enter Xantix, the song sort of begins to end, and everyone there begins to sort of clap, and they gesture towards a few instrumentalists in one of the back corners as they sort of take a bow, and there seems to be a slight break in between songs. You're muted, my friend.
Immediately after the song, I'll walk up to Lady Wachter.
Okay. You approach, and you see Van Renfield begin to approach as well. Xemnas, would you like to approach?
Yeah, I'll follow behind.
Okay. Findral, Malachi, what about the rest of you as well?
So I'm in that corner. I'm trying to see where we are, just where the bulk of people are.
Everyone is now sort of getting off to the sides, and you see Lady Wachter here. This is Nikolai Wachter, and Xantix immediately sort of approaches in the middle of the dance floor.
I'm gonna go to the bar area and try to find someone who's alone.
Okay. The bar area is back here, where there's a couple wearing. Both of them are wearing these big flamboyant bird masks, but they. Sorry, I'm trying to get everyone situated. But they seem to just be sort of joyously chatting, and as you approach Malachi, they say, "Well, a stranger here. Tell me, how do you like the ball so far?"
Well, about 7 seconds in.
Well, you have plenty of time.
I need to catch up. What do you recommend?
The woman then gets a glass of wine, and she goes, "This is the red dragon wine. I hear they're running out of it soon, but I would drink it while you can, my friend." And she hands you a
shot. I'm not even swallowing. It just goes straight down in there and just dissolves into like necrotic energy. Because I can't even...
the man just goes, "Good God, man, you should sip it. That is fine wine."
I'm gonna go. I'm just kidding. I'm not doing it.
All right.
Malachi's just gonna drink like crazy and start pretending he's like very drunk.
Okay, make a performance check.
Okay, I'm pretty good at these. What is my performance? Skills. Open die. Didn't expect to make a die roll so early.
Performance is +3.
Yeah. 21.
21. You
Nice.
are very convincing. You feel like you're nailing it. You look very drunk. The rest of you, for the first time, everyone, Malachi looks drunk. But, okay, so Xantix...
I guess they wouldn't know I can't...
You've told them many times that you can't get drunk.
Oh, I did tell them. Because I was trying to get money.
But you
I
all...
told people, not the party.
I don't know. We'll come back to that. But so you all approach Lady Wachter, and she gives a very elegant and slow bow before raising her head and saying, "Well, well, well. You must be the strangers who have come into town. The ones who had a bit of a run-in with our strange toy maker, I hear."
Oh, yes. Nice to meet you, Lady Wachter. I am Xantix, and this is Piddlewick, and Xantix 2.
Just gonna be standing behind, shaking my head in shame.
Also, can I retcon something real quick? It's minor.
Yeah. What's up?
I used my Tinkerer's tools to make a little mask for Xantix 2 that looks like me. I'm wearing a duck mask, and he's wearing a Xantix mask.
So he's wearing a mask of that kind of
my
looks like
face.
his face, also.
I'm Xantix 1. Xantix Prime is wearing a duck mask, and
Yes.
Xantix 2 is wearing a Xantix Prime mask.
But Piddlewick's face also kind of looks like Xantix's face.
Oh, Piddlewick has a Jester's mask, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Xantix 2, the duck, has a
Gotcha.
Warforged mask.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay. All right. So, perfect. I love it. Go ahead and roll a tinkering check. I think we said that was intelligence.
Yeah. Did we say it's flat intelligence?
No, we said it is your intelligence modifier plus your proficiency bonus, since you're proficient with it.
Okay. 18.
It is a pretty spot on replica. It still looks like a mask, but it looks good.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay. So, yeah, go ahead.
Yes, my lady. We met with the poor man, Blinksy, and had an unfortunate run-in with him.
And you see Carl Wachter beside his mother go, "I heard it was quite more than unfortunate. I heard it was a rather bloodbath." And his mother turns and immediately gives him a very deathly look and goes, "My love, behave yourself." And he just sort of smirks and goes, "Yes, yes, mother." She turns back to the rest of you and goes, "Apologies, my son can be a bit crude at times. I am glad to see that you are all right and that you have done our town quite the service. It's about time someone did something to help out around here.
Of course. I was going to ask her something, but then I forgot. Oh, yeah. Sorry, my lady. I have to ask. I noticed that you have living flora outside. I'm a practitioner of the arcane arts, and I was just interested on how you manage that in such a bleak place.
Well, to be honest, I'm not particularly sure. I suppose I'm just lucky, I guess. She sort of gives a smile and bows her head a bit.
It's interesting. I've only heard of one other person who has living plants. He's a wizard. They call him the Wizard of Wine. He lives a little bit south of here.
The Wizard of Wine, you say? And Malachi's gonna appear and go pull out some corn. Are you talking about me, robot?
Lady Watcher is going to look at you very strangely and look at your corn, which you summoned out of nowhere, and just go, yes, I suppose I have heard of him. Unfortunately, I haven't heard of him lately.
That's what we've heard.
Just another unfortunate happenstance. Things that are far too common, it seems.
Agreed. We hoped to make a stop by there if we were to leave the city, but haven't had the opportunity for it.
I'm the Wizard of Whiskey. I'm the Wizard of Whiskey, and I wanted to tell you that if you need a caterer for your next party, I'm your man.
I can't say that I'm particularly fond of whiskey, but you see the two Watcher brothers go, but we would be very interested, and we can speak of this at another time if you would like. And they both just seem very excited. But Lady Watcher turns back to you, Xantix, and goes, yes, I would be very grateful if you were to visit this Wizard of Wine. In fact, if no one has offered you a reward, I myself would be willing to offer a reward for you handling this matter. It would be a good service to the town.
Of course. We know that he provides a great deal of service to the area.
A necessary service. I'm afraid even our food stocks are running a bit low.
That's what I've heard. I personally don't require nutrients, but I understand that it would be devastating for the city.
Very much so. Now, is there anything I can do for the rest of you? I am your host here this evening, and you are my beloved guests. I would like to make your stay as joyful as possible, if I may.
I'll look at Malachi.
Malachi's just kind of looking around, I'm trying to actually see as much as I can. I'm pretending to be out of my mind.
Okay, go ahead and make a perception check.
This is not going to be good. Let's see here.
Malachi's not known for his wisdom.
No, he is not. That is a +0. So I'm a -1, right?
Yes.
So 14.
14. What exactly are you looking for?
I am trying to see if there's anything in here that is just odd. Not something magical, just creepy shit. Just something that I haven't seen in this world. Like the plants outside, the flora was really odd. There's just shit that I haven't seen.
The plants outside are a bit strange. Again, they're not quite fully alive and as, beautiful as things that you've seen back in the Sword Coast. But they do have a semblance of life to them. There's nothing else really around the room. A ball where everyone's wearing kind of dark and eerie masks is inherently creepy. But other than that, nothing that you're able to tell.
I'm just
Would
gonna
I
turn her
notice-
back, give her that piece of corn, and say thank you very much.
She takes it, looks a bit confused. Xemnas, go ahead and roll a perception check.
Okay. I didn't notice anything.
You notice nothing. There's too much going on. It's
I see.
Yep.
And one more question.
Yes, my friend.
Lady Wachter. As I said, I am a wizard of sorts, and I was wondering if I've noticed that there's a severe dearth of arcane scriptures and scrolls in the area. I wasn't sure if you knew of a way to go about finding more. I checked at the potion shop, but they don't have very much there.
My friend, I am not quite a purveyor of the arcane. I am a simple woman.
Of course.
I'm afraid I can be of no help.
Yes, of course. Sorry for assuming. I just, with a wonderful house such as this, I thought maybe you might know something. Very well. Thank you.
And she sort of bows her head a little bit, and then you hear the music begin to pick up a bit, and dancing begins again. This time, Lady Fiona takes the hand of her other son, and they begin to dance in the middle of the floor as Nikolai steps to the side. Everyone else and you all are forced to sort of step back a bit, begins to dance again on the floor.
I'll look down at Piddlewick and say, feel free to dance if you'd like. I do not know how, but...
Piddlewick kind of looks up at you and then sort of back at the dance floor, and you see him get a little bit excited as he runs into the dance floor. Piddlewick does begin to dance, and it is a very, very, honestly, very elaborate and very good dance. It's a gestures dance where it's he's at the same time pretending to be sometimes hurt himself, and he'll fall, and it'll look as if he's actually fallen, but then he'll sort of pick himself up and stand on his hands and walk around a bit on them. He'll then begin to click his heels and spin around. He'll sort of accidentally bump into someone, but then turn that into a bit of a waltz as he grabs the hands of a young woman and begins to dance around with her as well. Everyone begins to really be very amused and begin to clap for him, and you can sort of see Piddlewick's eyes light up as he's sort of the center of attention right now as he dances around the room.
Oh, he's very dexterous, isn't he, Malachi?
He sure is, buddy.
Let's see.
Malachi's gonna start dancing too.
Findraw, you do notice that as everyone is watching Piddlewick, everyone right now is rather distracted. You see that the woman who was escorting people has come inside and is now watching. Everyone seems rather distracted. Okay, there's Van Renfield. Excellent. Just to catch you up, Craig, you all have been escorted into the ball. You are not here, so I had to make a quick decision. They asked that you surrender your weapons before entering the ball. You have surrendered your longsword. You all now in the ball. You have just spoken.
So did I keep my hellfire flail?
No, you gave that.
I would
as well.
assume that one.
You
is
had
special.
everything in your equipment. You didn't have anything not.
I just didn't take my shield.
Okay.
Is what it should have been.
Okay. No, you had to give up your flail as well.
I thought so.
But you all have just walked in and you have just begun to speak with Lady Watcher. You've already had a couple glasses of wine. You're feeling pretty good.
Yes.
But Lady Watcher has just spoken to you all very cordially. She has sort of thanked you all for handling the situation with Blinksy. She has the topic of the Wizard of Wines got brought up, and she offered you a reward for helping the town, for seeing that the winery was okay. And she has just presented herself as a very cordial guest. Piddlewick has now begun to dance very well, and to the delight of everyone in the room, to the extent that everyone seems rather fixated on him.
Quick question: what exactly are we looking for? If you don't mind me asking, do we even
So,
know? Or we
the
just
Baron
hear all-
has asked you to find some evidence that Lady Fiona Wachter is working for Strahd.
Okay,
That is
okay,
pretty much all you're given.
Okay, I didn't know if we're looking for something else, but okay.
Damn, we really need a toad right now.
I'm gonna try to roll a sneak check and just go explore the mansion,
Okay, roll a stealth check.
since I know that everyone's chilling.
That's what Malachi was gonna do. That's why I was.
I rolled a natural 20.
Okay. Findraw fucking vanishes.
That
is
sleep helped him out a lot.
Is
son.
just gone. Okay, is anyone else rolling a stealth check?
How has Findra
Malachi is.
curse lifted on this little bit?
We can barely hear you, Craigers.
Oh, so stealth check.
Not really.
No,
I
you
think the
might
mic
be
is
used.
off. Okay, so what'd you roll, Malachi?
I was working on it.
Yep.
I hold Vander, or I hold Craig just fine when he talked. It was low, but
You just muted yourself on Zoom.
You have a plus.
Check. 1 2 1 2.
That's it.
That's good.
beautiful.
Okay.
You have a plus.
How
six,
has
Malachi.
Findraw been? Has he been a dick even post curse?
That's not what the modifier.
Okay, so you rolled a
A
25.
little bit, Craig. A little bit. All right.
Yeah.
Are you sneaking with Findraw? Are you waiting on anyone, or are you just going ahead?
I'm already.
Okay.
Our stealth checks were so high that neither of us would have noticed the other one stealthing.
That's a really good point. Okay, so Findraw and Malachi also vanish. Zimnus, what are you doing?
I think I'm just gonna kind of hang out and just keep my ears open.
Okay.
I'm gonna look around. I'm gonna look around to see if there's anyone that looks like a wizard.
Roll an insight check.
Oh God, what's my insight? It's positive, so
Hey, that helps.
it's a 1. It's a positive 1, but okay, 13.
13. You're not really able to tell. I mean, everyone, no one here. Everyone just looks like they're very well dressed. They look like a lot of the common folk you've been seeing around, just in kind of nice garb. A lot of the clothes look rather, it's kind of like the houses. Everything is as best they can made to look nice on the exterior, but probably is falling apart.
Okay. In that case, then I'll walk over to a corner of the room and I'll cast detect magic using my awaken spellbook feature. so it just takes an action.
Okay. All right. As you cast the spell, give me one moment.
And then once I cast it, I'll just kind of like walk around the room.
As you
what
cast
I
the
picked up.
spell,
Mhm.
you detect nothing.
Okay.
All right, so Malachi and Findral.
And let me know, and I have a couple questions, and I want to say what I'm doing, but handle their shit first.
Okay.
Do their thing.
Malachi and Findral. How this ballroom works is there are the two stained glass doors that you entered in from that lead to the foyer. In the foyer, there is a set of marble stairs that lead to a second floor, and a door that leads to what, from what you can hear, is definitely a kitchen. You can see every now and then a servant coming in and out. In the ballroom, there are two doors in the back. Neither of them are any sort of guarded or watched over heavily. But you have, since you've been here, seen one or two servants come from this back door to the right. Where would you like to go?
I'm going to the back right door where the servants came out.
Okay. You wait until a servant walks through and then immediately just slip right through. And then close the door behind you. As you enter into this room, Findral, you see that the furnishings in this room are sort of lacking any sort of imagination. You see two simple beds with thick, plain wooden chests, and that there's a door on the adjacent wall. But this looks to you to be a plain sort of servant's quarters.
Anyone in the room? No one? I'm just gonna keep on going.
For the moment, okay. All right, Malachi, where are you going?
Okay, so there was the kitchen and the servants' room, and where else?
There's this back door to the left that you've not seen anyone come in and out of.
I'm
And
going
then
to.
there's a set of marble staircase in the foyer.
I want to go up the stairs.
Okay. All right. As you go up the stairs, and we'll just put you up there for now. You find yourself in a hallway with a window at each end, wraps around the staircase railing. You see framed portraits and mirrors that hang on the walls, surrounding you with sort of judgmental looks as they look down upon you. You hear something scratching at one of the 5 doors in this hallway, and they're sort of all just stretched out into one big hallway. Let me see. Let me get the exact layout here. Once you round the railing, there's a door immediately to your right, and then 3 doors to your right as well, and then 2 doors on your left. And you hear scratching at one of the doors that is in the middle of the hallway.
Like, what kind of scratching? Like at the door or scratching inside the room?
From inside the room on the door.
Okay. And that's the middle door.
Yeah.
I'm gonna peek in one of the doors not there.
Okay. The first door on your right.
Yeah.
You peek in and you see that this room is crawling with cats. There's bookshelves that hug the walls, but most of the shelves are bare. Other furnishings include a desk, a chair, a table, and a wine cabinet. The room has a sort of irregular shape, and none of its angles seem quite right, as though the shifting of the house has sort of set the whole place on edge. And you're sort of getting a sense that this upstairs is not as in good condition as the downstairs was. But we'll come back to you in a moment. Van Renfield, what are you doing?
Yeah, I'm assuming there's a bar here of some sort.
In this back corner here.
Yeah, I definitely want to like go over to the bar. And like
I should draw out the bar for y'all.
Yeah. Yes, thank you. And I want to like kind of do it like I want to do a performance check. I want to like pretend I'm pretty drunk. Like drunker than I am.
Exact same thing. Go ahead and roll a
Did he
performance.
really?
Yes. Go ahead and roll a
Okay,
performance
great.
check.
Yeah. All right, that is a 12.
12. You sort of begin to act a bit drunk.
I don't want to oversell it. I just want to like,
Yeah. But people sort of give you kind of just a sideways glance and just kind of slowly step away from you.
Yeah.
And you're not really sure if you're selling it or not.
Okay.
It helps because I doused down like 6 drinks.
Is there a bar? There's a bartender or whatever.
No, there's actually just a few bottles of wine and some glasses on the table.
Okay.
Servants
is there anyone...
will come by and refill as necessary.
I want to look around the room and see, like, find the person who looks like they're close, like someone who looks like they're close to like the Wachters. Like, is there anyone here who seems like they're a fan?
Insight check.
Okay. Nat 20, baby.
Nat 20.
Ew.
Okay.
With a +3 modifier, so.
So throughout the room, obviously you see Fiona's 2 sons, Nikolai and Carl.
Yeah.
You also do see, and give me one moment.
Have Nikolai and Carl come up to us at all yet?
They were there
Boxes.
when you. Carl did initially.
Like when we were checking in, right? When we were like walking up.
No, when as soon as you got into the room, Carl sort of approached. He looked like he was in a bad mood and was just kind of very bored. And he was sort of glad you all were here. He said, "Hopefully, you all can make it more entertaining." But you do around the room see that there are 4 guests who look, and there's probably there are 4 guests who look like this isn't their first time here. They look like they're particularly
Comfortable.
Yeah, and you see on occasion, in between songs, you'll see Lady Fiona Wachter speak to this young woman with a red hair and a sort of like gnarling wolf's mask. You'll see her talk to this woman who has a cat on her shoulder and is also wearing a cat's mask. You've seen her talking to a sort of young-looking man, probably around her son's age, who is wearing a bear's mask. And let me keep track of all these people. And then you see her talking to a rather old man who's wearing a sort of cap, and he has a fox's mask on. But she just seems very comfortable with them and just conversing very casually with them. And occasionally you'll see them whisper. And
I want to approach the woman with the wolf's mask, like very... I want to try and approach her very mysteriously, and I want to walk up to her and say, care to dance? Without removing my horrifying vampire bat mask.
Okay. Roll a general charisma check. So just your charisma modifier.
12.
12. She sort of lays her hand on your cheek and just goes, maybe next time, darling. As I saw over there, seems that you've maybe had too much to drink, and gives you sort of a wink.
I want to tell her I've had just enough, and then I want to like back up and I want to kind of give her like some sexy dance moves. Not like over the top. I want to just give some cool dance moves.
Roll a performance check.
All right. Nat 20. No shit.
Okay, so Xantix and Zimnus.
You just break dance.
You all watch as Van Renfield takes a step back, tips his hat a little, and just breaks into a very smooth, like aggressive and very like dance around this woman as he is just like gliding along the floor. Every step is perfect as he's just performing this very elaborate dance to the point where everyone in the room stops what they're doing and watches him.
I don't want to like oversell. I want to like as I wind up with it, like in the dance, like really close to her face and be like, let me know if you change your mind. And then I want to kind of like...
Before you can even walk away, she grabs you by the arm and immediately just begins to dance with you.
Amazing. Sweet. Yeah, I want to cut an amazing rug with her. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like... Let me know when the song ends, I guess.
Okay, so the song is...
That's what I'm doing until the song ends.
Perfect. Yeah. Okay, so the song... Go ahead.
Can I use Hat of Wizardry to use message? I'll point at Piddlewick and whisper...
Go ahead and roll for the... Go ahead and roll
yeah.
for the spell.
Yeah, let's see how this works.
As long as just gotta make sure you don't crit fail.
I cannot believe I rolled a nat 20 for that. I'm so that could not have been better.
I rolled a 2, but that passes. So.
Yep. Okay, so what message are you sending him?
Let's see. How long does it say? Whisper a message. Yeah. It doesn't say how long it needs to be, but I'll whisper to him. If you could. Listen in and tell me if you hear anything strange that people are saying out there. I assume that Piddlewick was still like out on the dance floor.
He came back after that
initial
song.
dance.
After that song ended, let me give me a quick rundown of how message works. Can he speak back?
I point at someone and I whisper to them. From a distance of 120 feet away, and it can go through walls and stuff.
Okay. So.
But if he's standing right next to me, then I would just lean down and whisper it to him.
After reading the spell, Piddlewick looks around the room, and then looks back up to you and points at where he has no mouth and just goes.
I'll pull out my notebook and my quill and point at it, and then I'll point at him and message him again and says, you can tell me later.
Okay, and he goes, and then begins to go dance in the dance floor again. Okay, Findraw, as you move through this other door, you find yourself in this sort of rear vestibule of the house. You see a door that leads to in the back to the grounds of the house. Let me see if I can get a bit higher. That leads to the back area, backyard of the house and of the estate. But there doesn't seem to appear to be too much other than there is a closet to your right. And then there's another door over here at the far end of the room. So there's a closet, the far end of the room, and then the back door to the estate.
So the back door of the estate, does that go further in the estate, or does that actually just goes out of it?
That leads into like the back area of the estate, so really the garden area of the estate.
And so, okay, so what other? There's a door that goes where now?
There's a door that leads to a closed closet, and then a
Okay.
door, and then another door.
All right, let's go to the other door.
This one?
Yeah, not the closet or the backyard.
Okay. All right. Give me one moment. So, as you pass through this door, you enter into an open square room that is full of crates that appear to contain old clothing, as well as 3 massive barrels filled with wine. They have Wizard of Wines emblazoned on them, and one of them has Red Dragon Crush. There's also a door at this end, and from the clatter you can hear that is the kitchen.
So, do I notice anything suspicious about these barrels at all?
Make
well.
a perception check.
Okay. 17.
17. You notice that they're running a bit empty.
Oh,
But-
that's good to know.
But other than that, you kind of smell them. They don't seem to be smelling any different. They just smell like really, really good wine.
Okay. So I guess I'm going to head back out and go to the backyard.
Okay. All right. So we'll hold you there for a moment. Malachi. So you are back up in this library, and there are really a ton of cats here just sort of wandering around the room, and they all sort of look at you. They don't necessarily give you much attention, but one of them even comes and like purrs up against your leg.
Kick it.
But go ahead.
Say it's just cats that I see.
Cats, the empty bookshelves, the desk, the chair.
And the room was shifted like kind of weird.
It's just a little bit wonky. Like the foundation's not doing too great in this room. Go ahead and roll a perception check.
Oh my god, dude, these rolls tonight. So 17.
17. You notice that one of the cats has a key on its collar.
I'm going to try to get the key real quick.
Uh,
I'm trying to like do it by ambush, like when it walks by, I guess.
Okay. Roll a dexterity check. You can
Maybe
add
sleight of
acrobatics.
hand.
Ooh, yeah, I'll let you do sleight of hand. Yeah,
All right. So 14. Let me look. I forgot my modifier.
I got you. You have a +3, so that's a 17. You're able to quickly swipe the key off the cat's neck, and it just and hisses at you, and kind of gives you a little like swat, but it just kind of goes against your leather, and it jumps back up on one of the shelves, and a couple of them join them, but the cats are kind of steering clear of you now.
I'm just gonna leave the room.
You gonna leave the room?
Actually, I'm gonna look and see if there's other cats with the key. Do I see any more with my 17?
With
Or
your
my-
perception, no.
I'm just gonna pocket it.
You do notice, however, that most of the cats are cornering on one of the bookshelves in the left.
I'm gonna look at the other bookshelf.
Okay. You look at the other bookshelves. You don't quite see anything on there. There's a few old books. They seem to just be like family histories, the lands of Barovia. Nothing particularly interesting.
Are there books on the other bookshelf?
The one with the cats?
Yeah.
No. It's pretty much the same thing, but the cats are sort of huddled in the back corner of the bookshelf.
I'm gonna summon my scythe,
Okay.
which is a silent, just a.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to push the others, try to like see if I can pull off one bookshelf, just scoot it off the wall a little, the one that the cats are not on.
You pull the bookshelf off?
Yeah, I'm not pulling it. I'm just trying to like slide it up off the wall just a tad to see if there's a corridor behind it.
Okay.
We've seen some shit.
You kind of roll another perception check.
Shit, I dropped my phone. Shit.
You got a -1 on it.
Yeah, no, I said I dropped my phone.
Okay.
So that's what I'm using to roll. 13.
13.
But that's with the -1.
Yeah, you feel like you can get a good sense of it. It seems you kind of do wedge your scythe in, and you are able to pull the bookshelf out a little bit. There's nothing behind it. Not this one, at least.
I'm going to do the other one.
Okay. You do wedge your scythe in, and you hear the cats begin to hiss and kind of as you move the bookshelf. But you do just barely see a seam in the back of the bookshelf in the wall.
I'm not going to mess with it. Right now.
Okay.
I'm going to slip out the door, and I'm going to assume I don't want to like hog it right now. I'm going to jump around to someone else. I'm just going to slide back out the door as quietly as I can. If I need to re-stealth, let me know.
Yeah, go ahead and roll another stealth check.
Okay. That's a +7, so that's going to be 19, I believe.
19.
Or is it +6? Yeah, so 19.
All right. Okay, back in the dance floor. Van Renfield, the song has come to a stop, and your dance partner looks actually a bit winded, as she's done very well, but she's struggled a little bit to keep up with you.
I want to kind of smirk at her and say, perhaps you might want to go out and get some air.
Oh.
I believe I could get a bit of fresh air. That might do me a bit of good. You can see a bit of sweat coming from her brow as she sort of gets a cloth and sort of dabs it. Lead the way. And she gestures towards this back door.
Okay, yeah, I want to like just walk that way as if I own the place.
Okay.
I want to as I pass by the bar, I want to grab us each a drink.
Okay.
Very smoothly off the bar.
As you walk, you see a servant about to come through the door, but then she sort of apologizes and steps aside as she allows you all through.
I'll point at Van Renfield and message again. Do you want me to just roll before I?
No.
Okay.
That's
okay.
fine.
I'll point at him and just say, "Hey, where are you going?" You can respond in a whisper.
I can respond.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You just
in a
whisper
whisper.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to whisper back like, don't worry, keep watch. If I don't return, send for someone.
And I'll look across the room and nod.
Okay. So you walk through the doors and begin to make your way back there. Findral, as you step out into this backyard, it's not a massive backyard. The grounds are not particularly good. There's a bit of gardens and just a bit of trail that leads out from the house and then circles all the way around the house. And there's sort of gardens on the outside. And then just, probably 30 feet from the house is where the iron gate that surrounds the grounds of the house is. So there's not a big yard, but you do see out, behind the house. It's rather empty, and you see a small cemetery that's sort of out behind the iron gate.
Is the iron gate locked? Can I go up to it?
There's no gate on this side. It's the iron fence is what I meant. The iron fence that surrounds the grounds. So there's no gate on this side. Actually, no. Sorry. There is a small gate that leads to the cemetery.
We gonna keep on trucking.
Okay. So you walk out, and the gate is locked. And it's rather tall. It's about your height, and it does have
I think,
spiked
Chase,
toes.
what you meant to say is the way is shut.
The way is shut.
Sorry, I had to.
But it is locked.
Do I have... Wait, hold on. Let me see something in my inventory real quick. Extras. Inventory. Okay, I don't. Well. Can I... Okay, well, if it's locked, then I can't really do anything. I can't... So it has stuff at the top of it, and I can't, jump?
I mean, you could try to climb it. There's nothing that says you couldn't.
Okay, let's try acrobatics.
Okay, yeah, roll an acrobatics.
I got 8, so...
Okay, so as you climb, you get to the top and you slip. Go ahead and roll 1d6 of piercing damage.
Golly. Got a 2.
2. As you feel one of the spikes just kind of cut you just on the ribs a little bit, and you're really pissed off because it tears your nice robes. And you're sort of left there on the ground. As you fall to the ground, you hear this back door open. What would you like to do?
I'm just gonna stay on the ground for right now.
Okay. Are you wanting to hide?
No, I'm gonna stay on the ground.
Okay. So. All right. You are out in the back of the grounds as. Here's my Van Renfield and Lady guys. As Van Renfield, you walk outside the door. This is getting a bit hard to show everybody, but you walk outside the door, and your dancing partner is just going to be sort of breathing heavy and saying, I must say, you rather surprised me with those moves of yours. And as you are about to say something, the door opens and you see Findral just standing there kind of looking at you by this iron gate in the back of the grounds.
I kind of look at him and double take, a bit confused, but I just kind of shake it off and turn to my dancing partner and I say, don't let it fool you. I just had some dancing lessons as a child. About the only thing that took.
I somehow doubt that. She sort of looks out at Findral. I see your friend has ventured a bit away from the party as well.
Where's your bathroom?
Roll a deception check.
I got a 13.
13? Okay. Okay. She looks at you and she goes, There's an outhouse on the side of the grounds just over to the left there, around the house. You can't miss it.
I'm just gonna kind of nod with like a kind of a pissed off look on my face. Just jet.
That's implied for Fendral, though.
Yeah.
Not to the
Full
woman.
extent.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You wander around around the outside of the house to the right, Fendral. And with your passive perception, as you pass around the house, you're able to see that there's a small wooden latch just near the outhouse that is right here. See a small wooden latch that looks to be a cellar door.
Don't go down there. He's already ripped his damn clothes trying to jump the gate.
Okay.
He's on a mission now.
All right, you open the cellar door. Okay. Xemnas and Xantix, are you all doing anything back in the dance room?
Yeah, if I'm over near that where my character piece is, I'm gonna vamp Xantix 2 away and then vamp him back into existence on the other side of the wall.
Of this wall?
Yeah,
Okay.
it says I can do it within 30 feet.
Not from where you. No, you don't have to see it, correct?
No. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It just has to be somewhere near me.
All right, give me one moment. Okay. As you dissipate Xantix 2, Xantix 2 reappears. And go ahead and roll a stealth check for a duck.
What's his stealth? It's just... Alright. This better be good. Oh, 18.
18. Okay.
That's with a +0.
As it is just a minor as you look through Xantix 2's eyes, you find yourselves in a room with wood paneling, embroidered rugs, colorful furnishings, and a blazing fire that sort of makes this chamber so almost stifling. Mounted above the mantle is an elk's head, and across from the hearth, tall, slender windows look out over the beautiful gardens. You see a hooded man sitting in a chair reading a book quietly in one of these chairs. And let me see if we can get a good... how well can you see? Because we have a man in a hood sitting right there in that chair, as Xantix 2 is just inside the room.
I'm just gonna... So Xantix 2 is in the room.
Yeah.
Hooded man.
The man's not looking up, he's just reading his book.
Can I see what the book is? Can I see like the back side of it and like what he's reading?
Roll a perception check.
Perception with Xantix or perception with Xantix 2?
I have no idea, honestly. Because you're seeing, since you're seeing through Xantix 2's eyes, let's do it with Xantix 2's perception.
It's a difference of a 1.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
Let's see, 15 plus 5, dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay. You see that the book is titled The Grimoire of the Four Quarters. It's written by a man named Devostas.
Devostas. Okay, hold on. Let me add that to my notes.
Roll a history or roll a history check or an arcana, whichever one you choose.
You said it was just for my notes. Grimoire of the what?
Grimoire of the Four Quarters.
A history check.
Or an
They should
Arcana.
just call it a Grimoire of the Dollar, you know?
Well, there's
Van
no-
Thank
Renfield
you, I'm
dies.
here all week.
Van Renfield dies.
Do not pass go.
Do not collect $200. Van Renfield dies.
You get nothing.
That one's a 15.
15.
Yeah.
You actually know that Devostus was an infamous diabolist who was pretty much drawn and quartered for his practices in a very extensive and very public execution, and yet like somehow did not die, like would not die, and managed to escape his imprisonment after about pretty much a full year of torture.
Nice.
Okay, we know who that man is.
So super chill.
Super chill, super chill.
Super fucking chill.
Okay. I'm gonna look through. I'm gonna vamp them back to me.
Okay.
And I'll knock on the door.
Okay. Zimnus, are you doing anything while this is happening?
Have I overheard anyone at the party talking about anything that I would take note of?
Oh, this is actually interesting. You have the observant feat, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
So you can read lips.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That makes it interesting.
That's gonna be fucking huge.
Dude, that's insane.
At a party full of spooky fucking shady people.
Yeah, so Zimnus, you actually have heard a lot. And we're gonna take a very short break so I can gather my notes for a second. But we'll take a short break and then we'll come right
This
back.
is about to be fucking game changing.
Yeah.
for
Bro,
sure.
indeed, yeah.
Okay, all right, quick break. let's go ahead and start us back up. All right. So
Malachi and everybody's in weird spots.
yeah, everyone is very spread out in this house.
I meant on the
Definitely awesome if some shit starts to go down.
Correct.
To all be split up.
For some reason, Chris, you never move. Like you just always stand still. You're always in the right spot.
The one constant of the party, you know?
Yeah.
that's me.
Stalwart.
I just realized that I had a +5 bonus to my passive perception, passive investigation.
What do you mean, dude? You have a 19 passive perception.
I know, but my observant skill gives me a +5 to that.
No, not to that. That's where you get the 19 comes from.
Is that where my
+5.
19 came from? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so Xemnas.
Somebody got a
With
notebook?
you. Yeah, dude.
What dark utterings have you perceived?
With your passive perception and your observant feat, you are able to read lips as you sit there and watch. You do notice that those people I mentioned before, the ones I pointed out specifically,
Bear mask, wolf mask, and fox mask.
oh god, yeah, and cat mask.
And cat mask.
Yes. They all have spoken to Lady Wachter at different times. One of them was spoken with their back to where you couldn't quite see their lips, but the other three, you have seen one of them speak to Lady Wachter and say, "Is tonight the night?" To which Fiona Wachter says, "Patience, my love. Not yet." Another asks, "Are preparations complete?" Fiona Wachter says, "Yes, they are. We will be ready." The last one, Fiona comes up to her and puts her hand on her cheek, and all you see is Fiona Wachter say to her, "Have no fear, my love. Death is not the end."
The wine.
Who's in the room with me right now?
What'd you say, Xemnas?
Who's in the room with me right now from the party?
The only people in the room with you are Xantix.
Okay, well, I have to run and tell Xantix. Do I know that he has that skill that he has?
What skill?
Where he can whisper to people?
Oh, no, you don't. But you run
I'm
up
going to tell
to
him anyways.
you run up to
I'm gonna whisper
Xantix.
to him.
You run up to Xantix.
Actually, I'm going to say, I have something important to tell you, but I don't want anyone to hear it.
Chase, can you specify if it is important, like which one of those people was the wolf lady? I won't know that as Van Renfield, but it might be important. I don't know.
What do you, just the woman wearing the wolf mask?
Yeah, was she?
No, that was just that's the woman you're with. She wasn't.
Oh, okay. I thought she
was.
was included in one of the lip reading things,
No.
but okay.
No. Nope.
Never mind.
Okay.
Yeah, but like I said, I would run up to, well, not run up to him, but walk up to Xantix and say, I have something I need to tell you that's very important, but I don't want anyone to hear us talk about it.
I have a spell that allows me to talk to you from across the room.
You
It might not-
metagaming ass, but I am going to allow this to happen. Piece of shit. Okay.
But it does require us to whisper, but from across the room, they might not realize what we're doing.
Okay, I'm just going to go stand in a corner somewhere off by myself.
I'm going to say that Xemnas caught you before you knocked on the door, Xantix.
Okay. I'll point at him
I
and
did retcon like an asshole, but
yeah. I'll point at him and you can hear me say, so what is it? You can respond.
then I'm just going to relay everything that you just told us.
Okay.
Okay.
and say it sounds like there's going to be a little more mischief than we thought there might be tonight.
It appears so. Chase, can you run through everything that she said too? I was writing something else in my notes while you were saying.
So there were a couple things. One of them being a woman. One of the men asked, "Is tonight the night?" Lady Fiona replied, "Patience, my love." Another Lady Fiona Wachter approached her, and all she said was, "Fear not, my love. Death is not the end." And there was another one who. Shit. What did she say?
She walked. It was like walked up and said, "Are the preparations ready?"
Yes.
And Fiona Watcher was like, "Yes, they are. We will be
Preparations are ready.
Gotcha. Yes, that's very concerning.
Do you know where the rest of our party is?
No, I saw Van Renfield leave for the back a moment ago, but with some woman, but I haven't seen him since. Malachi, Toad, and Findraw left, disappeared fairly early on, but I don't know where they are.
If you see them, be sure to relay the message.
Of course.
I'll make my way towards the back.
Okay. You begin to go towards the back. Malachi, we're picking up with you. You are back in the hallway. You're at this first door. You hear the door immediately to your right as there continues to be scratching. As you do exit this door, however, you do see the second to last door at the end of the hallway creak open very quietly. And you see Toad slowly closing the door behind him as he looks towards you and goes, "Hi. What are you doing up here?"
I don't know. What do you, Malachi's go same as you.
Well, maybe we should sneak together.
I suppose so.
Did you find anything?
Yeah, there's a door behind. There's something behind this bookcase, but I don't want to fuck with it until everyone else is here. Well, I mean, maybe I feel better with you here if you want to go look at it. I also have this key.
I kind of want to go look at it.
I couldn't hear you.
I kind of want to go look at it.
All right,
or do you want to wait for the party? I don't know. Okay, let's just go. Okay. You all go back into
Jacqueline would say the same thing.
You all go back into the room, and you see the cats just sort of very perturbed that you have returned, as they just sort of... but they're not making too much of a ruckus, and they kind of get out of your way. As you approach the bookshelf, you move it, and you show Toad the seams. And you do see, Malachi, after a closer inspection, that there is a keyhole in the wall.
I'm going to see if mine fits, but I'm not going to turn it yet.
It does fit.
I want to like to Toad, be like, do you see any other doors with this, any other cats with this key? I looked, but I didn't see.
Toad looks back at you and goes, I have no idea.
I think we should hold on to this. I think we should we, fuck it, should we open it?
I kind of think we should open it.
All right. I don't want to do it.
Okay.
Like children.
Yeah.
Basically.
And there's a lich inside. Okay, so you open the door.
I'm gonna step away twice.
The Vampire King is actually in there.
But you open the door, and behind the hinged panel in the bookcase lies a dusty 10-foot square room with a curtained window and shelves lining 3 walls. On the bottom shelf rests an iron chest. On the other shelves are bare.
Iron chest.
Okay. You go and open the chest.
I'm looking at it beforehand.
Okay,
I've had the experience with the freaking mimic.
Roll an investigation check.
12.
12. You don't see anything abnormal about the chest.
Open it.
Okay. As you go and open the chest, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
God damn.
To mimic.
So 24, 20 something.
That'll do it. As you
20 something.
As you jump out of the way, you see two darts fly out of the chest, and you pull your head back as they stick into the ceiling. You look into the chest, and you can see that there is a mechanism. It's a release mechanism. Whenever you open the chest, it released 2 small crossbow-like traps that shot out darts at your face. But you managed to dodge out of the way. In the chest, you see a silk bag, like a little silk pouch. You see a larger leather bag. You see a wooden pipe. You see 5 scrolls. You see a leather case. You see a leather case containing an unbound manuscript titled "The Devil We Know." And you see a very old letter.
I'm gonna grab some of these papers because that's really, I can like scroll them inside of each other to little things. I'm just trying to like.
You can what?
I'm trying to like the scrolls.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna try to grab some of those. Try to grab the stuff that I can like wrap around each other and like store really easily and conceal.
Are you looking at any things, or you just throwing them in your bag?
I'm not looking at them right. Oh, I'm gonna look at try to read the letter real quick. I'm not gonna mess with opening scrolls right now after a trap already.
Okay. You quickly unfold the letter and look at it. And the first thing you see is, "To my beautiful dark lord."
Yeah.
Anything else?
Do you, if you want to keep reading it, yeah.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. He's
"To my beautiful dark lord." You see that the letter, it's a rather long letter, and it describes, and you see at the end it is written from Lady Fiona Wachter, and it says, "Your beloved Wachter." And it is a letter detailing how wonderful and how honored she was to host Strahd on his recent visits.
I'm gonna put it in my pocket.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what'd you just say?
You're out there, don't worry about it.
Hosting? Never mind.
Is there anything else? So what else did I see? I'm gonna just try to get something that looks like really valuable, magical, or threat. Like,
Well, there's the silk pouch.
grab the silk pouch.
Okay. There's the leather bag.
I'm gonna look in it.
It's filled with gold.
Oh shit!
I want that leather pouch.
Okay. There's a wooden pipe.
Malachi sees that and goes, "Huh." Malachi's stupid. He's not gonna possibly think that she's like, wants to kill a vampire with that wooden pike. That vampire
It's a pipe.
is like.
It's just a
Oh,
smoking
they said
pipe.
a pike. I was like, what?
No.
It's a snake. Like
It's a full
she's
pike
like,
in a chest.
Oh, okay.
It's just a smoking pipe.
Malachi didn't pick that up.
Okay. The 5 scrolls you already picked up, and the leather case containing an unbound manuscript titled "The Devil We Know."
And then what else is that? It?
That's it.
All right. I'm gonna try to. How much gold? Is it just a bunch? Would I know yet?
How much gold?
Yeah, would I know, or do I have to like get out of there to?
Give me one moment. You're able to look in it, and you can see that it's a lot. But
you can worry about it later if you want.
Yeah, I can. I mean, I'll tell you the exact amount later. But it's a lot. It's a good amount of gold.
I'm gonna leave the little room.
Okay, and Toad just kind of looks at you and goes, "Did you find anything?"
Like, yeah.
Okay.
Just be like, bet.
All right. And you leave the room and walk back into the hallway. And as you walk out of the room, you can still hear the scratching on that door just to your right. Okay. All right. Let's pick up actually with Findral. As you step down into the cellar, you see it's slanted and it's you see that the hinges of the cellar door stand against the foundation of the house, and as you open it, you just kind of get a very actually no, sorry, it's locked. It's got an iron deadbolt or iron padlock.
Let me check my spells here real quick. Because I'm kind of done with this shit. I'm casting Magic Missile on it.
Okay. At what level?
Let's do a...
Oh, I was muted, Chase. I have to say something after he does this.
Let's do a false level Magic Missile.
Okay, go ahead and roll damage. 3d4s plus 3.
Wait, what? 3d4s?
Yeah.
At level 1, it's 1d4.
No. It shoots 3 missiles. Each missile does 1d4 plus 1.
Oh, so there's a 3. 7. Plus 1 at the very end?
No. Yeah. Okay, so just roll 3d4s and add 3 total. That's how to do it.
Okay, so I got 3, 4, and 2. So 4, 5, and 3. So I'm not mathing today. Sorry, fuck this.
What did you roll? Tell me the numbers you rolled.
We just re-rolled. I rolled a 9. So plus 3, 10, 11, 12.
Okay. You fling the missiles and they crack and break the iron padlock and fracture it enough for you to open the cellar door.
Fuck 'em, we're going in.
Okay, you open the cellar door and immediately you just get this musty smell. Down in the cellar you see stone steps and a wooden railing that lead under the house.
Let's keep on going.
Okay.
Blue's Clue this bitch.
All right. As that happens, Van Renfield, you are standing out back behind the house, and all of a sudden, you just see a flash, a small flash of blue light, to which you're from the direction Findral just left, or just went towards, and your dancing partner goes, "What was that?"
I don't know. I've been encountering many strange things since I arrived here, but I didn't expect to encounter someone so beautiful and mysterious.
Roll a persuasion check.
sec. Where's my modifier? 10.
10. She looks from the direction of the light, then looks back up at you. I think maybe we should make sure your friend found the outhouse all right. Don't you think?
Happy to take another stroll with you.
Okay, she goes, good. She wraps her arm and just very snugly grips your arm as you all walk around the corner.
By the way, Findral shuts the cellar.
Yeah.
On the way down.
As you do, Findral, roll a stealth check.
17.
17, okay.
Big rolls today.
As you round the corner of Van Renfield, you see nothing. Just the empty fog in the night. And she goes, should we...
Seems he found his way back all right. I've been intrigued since I've come here. You seem familiar enough. I take it you were born here.
And what makes you say that?
You seem at ease here, friendly with the house matron. And from what I can tell, travelers from afar get a bit uneasy here. Don't seem to have the warmest welcome.
Well, I suppose most strangers aren't as charming as you. Or at least can't dance as well. Yes, I was
Lucky for
born
me.
here. Lady Fiona Wachter has been a very generous host to me many times.
Generous is true. She's been the same to our party. I got the impression from her sons that we wouldn't receive the welcome we did.
She rolls her eyes and goes, those boys don't know how good they have it.
They seem to think Miss Wachter wouldn't care for us too much. Any idea why?
Well, I did notice your friends are a bit odd. You aren't too normal yourself. Perhaps they hoped you'd cause a scene, ruin the party.
Well, glad to prove them wrong.
So far, my dear, so far.
Wait, who is Van Renfield with? What's her name?
He is with
the
a
lady?
woman that he saw
Okay, just a
who was-
random woman.
who was very close with Fiona Wachter.
Okay.
How long do these soirees normally last?
Depends. Sometimes they last till the morning. But since the Baron has another one of those festivals, I suppose they won't last all night long. Maybe just till sunrise.
Let me know. I'd like to walk you home.
I bet you would. Come, let us have a drink of wine.
Gladly.
She takes your arm and leads you back in towards the house. Okay. Xantix and Xemnas, what are you doing inside?
I'm just hanging back in the corner, kind of watching the perimeter. Just waiting for something to go down.
Okay. The next thing you see, Xemnas, is after a while, as Van Renfield and this woman enter back. Xantix?
I'm going to knock on the door.
Okay. You knock on the door, just...
Sorry. Oh, there he is.
You knock on the door. You wait a moment. And you see the door creak open. But you don't see anyone greet you. However, when you look inside, you see that the man is still sitting in his chair with his hood up, just looking up towards the door in your direction.
Apologies. I don't mean to disturb.
Come in.
Thank you.
Okay.
And I'll walk in.
Pitwick joins you as well, and as soon as you pass through, the door closes, not slammed shut, just gently closes.
Made pans?
And as you do that, he just sort of kind of gives a wry smile and goes, "Not quite. What can I do for you?"
I guess I was just interested to see what was in this room.
Is the ball not interesting enough for you?
I'm not much of a partier, and I'll point to my lack of a mouth.
And he sort of grins and goes, "Me neither. I prefer the solace myself."
Agreed. What are you reading?
He sort of lets you get a good look at the title, and he says, "I take it you're a pursuer of knowledge as well?"
I am. Devostos. Do I know anything more about him than...
Not particularly much. I mean, you know that he was widely considered a heretic, and that his teachings were dangerous. Fun thing is, though, you do quite remember that you are familiar with this particular grimoire as well. You know that if anyone read the real grimoire, they'd be driven mad.
Gotcha. Devostos, the quartered mage.
Yes. Well, they tried to quarter him at least. Not sure it's quite considered quartered if you don't die.
Agreed. Some very powerful magic there.
Oh, this old thing? It's a forgery, I think. But supposedly it has the same... not the same. Perhaps the closest I can get to the real thing without clawing my own eyes out.
I've heard the rumors. You're one of the only people I've met here who's a practitioner of the arts. I don't suppose you could point me in any directions on where I can find some more information, I guess.
Depends on the kind of information you're looking for.
I suppose anything arcane. I'm not much of a stickler.
Well... Go ahead and roll a persuasion check.
Okay.
Okay.
Hi, baby. That's a 9.
9. He goes, Sorry, friend. I don't think you'd be particularly obliged to learn my particular brand of arcane.
Why is that?
You might not have the stomach for it.
Oh,
Yes, I
don't have one.
figured you don't have a stomach. It was a joke. A pun.
Oh.
Ooh.
Ha, 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 ha.
He begins to just kind of... well, perhaps you could leave me to my book then. Go, enjoy the party. Perhaps you'll end up having some fun.
Oh, of course. Well, if I... Is he wearing a mask?
He's not.
So I could pick him out in a crowd if I saw him again.
I mean, yeah. His hood is over his head, so it's a bit kind of hard to see his face. But you could probably pick him out as the only one wearing a hood and not wearing a mask.
Okay. But I've seen his face, is what I mean.
Kind of, yeah. Yeah.
Apologies, but we don't have to talk. I have a book of my own. Is it all right if I just sit here and read with you?
I think that would be fine. Perhaps just for a little bit. I wouldn't want you to be perceived as rude to your host.
Of course, and I wouldn't want to impose on you.
No, take a seat, friend.
I'll sit down and open my book and
Okay.
just start a reading.
Okay. Malachi and Toad, what are you doing?
So I didn't say this because we were jumping to them.
Yeah.
I'm trying to put that key back on that cat.
Okay.
I'm going to try to animal tame him.
Okay.
And put the key on the cat.
Make a animal handling check.
I mean, he should be good at this in theory.
Yeah, but you ain't proficient in it.
What is it? Is it just a wisdom?
It's so you have a -1.
Okay. And here we go. 14.
14. So you call out to the cat and you say, "Hey, come here." Okay. And he goes, "Meow. Meow." And you kind of hold the key up and it just takes a couple steps towards you and a couple more, and it's standing just close enough to you, but it's still kind of ready.
I'm going to cast Friends on it.
Friends?
Wait, let me see. What's it called?
Yeah, the
Yeah,
cantrip?
Friends.
Okay,
Yeah.
Hold on.
And I'm going to try to, like...
It works on a creature, so
Shit.
it doesn't have to be a humanoid.
Okay, all right. So you cast Friends, and you now have advantage on any charisma checks.
Just a hey, kitty, kitty, kitty.
Go ahead and roll a persuasion.
All right, with advantage.
You get advantage.
Okay, so natural 20 with advantage.
Uh-oh.
The first one was a 14.
That'll
With
do. Okay, so the cat just immediately goes, "Meow," and just begins to like purr up next to you.
I'm gonna attach it, and then I'm leaving the room. I assumed we'd already shut it behind us and everything,
Yeah.
and then I attached it. And I'm gonna leave the room and make it look like we were never here
Okay.
before my friends wears off.
Okay, and you close the door, and Toad's right behind you as you. And where are you going from there?
I'm gonna say, Toad, we need to split ways. And I'm going to. Well, I'm gonna say I'm gonna go back to the party and just basically like, yeah, I'm going back.
Well, what am I supposed to do?
I don't know, but I have something I need to show everyone.
Well, should I just come with you?
And then I'm gonna whisper into Toad. It's like I found a letter linking Fiona to Strahd.
Okay.
Just
I feel like I should just come with you.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm gonna try to go back down and
Roll a
I'm gonna
stealth
say-
check.
Okay, sure. Dude, there's no fucking way. There's no fucking way.
Okay. As you.
Dude, I'm rolling again. Okay, it's 20. Say if we want a second roll, it's a 22.
Okay. You see.
The first one's a 20.
As you both begin to walk, you see that Toad is like straight up about to trip, but you're just so sly and deft that you catch him, and you just slowly get you all
Thank
back
God I rolled a nat
downstairs.
20.
You
gonna
see that the woman at the front gate is currently speaking to the guards, so you have enough of an opening to just slip back into the party.
Okay, and this is also, I didn't say this because I was rolling. I was telling Toad I'm pretending to be drunk and to like play along, like if we got caught, that I'm like the drunk friend or whatever, and you're trying to help.
Okay.
So we're gonna go in there, and that's just kind of the act I want to kind of put on.
Okay.
Continue my drunken stupor.
Okay. All right, Findraw. Down in the cellar. So this large root cellar has a dirt floor with 2 ascending flights of stone steps enclosed by wooden railings. They stand across from one another. One of which you're coming down now. Tracks in the earth lead from one staircase to the other, and other trails go from both staircase to the center of the west west wall, where an ancient-looking stone door remains closed. You see 4 neatly made cots are set in a row against the south wall.
I'm gonna walk up to the door and see if it's locked.
Okay. You walk up to the stone door and you see no sort of handle or opening.
Does it look like it's pushable, or does it look like it's
You can try to push it.
Yeah, let's try to push it.
Okay. Roll a strength or athletics.
Which one's better? Okay, fuck it. Yeah, that thing ain't moving. I rolled a 7.
It doesn't budge.
Weak bitch. Anything other than that? That is, you said that door, and then there was nothing else. You said.
You roll a perception check.
I got a hot 25.
Hot 25. So there's the stairs that you just came down. There's also a second set of stairs that are leading up to what appears to be somewhere in the house. There's 4 sets of There's 4 cots along the south wall. And then
cots,
like little beds.
Oh. I guess. I mean, if there's nothing. I mean, do I see? Okay, so that's all I see. No chest. No. Okay, I guess I'm going up the steps since I can't go through that door.
Okay. 1 second. As you take a few steps, you feel something grip your ankle. And
Solid.
as you look down, you see a skeletal hand emerge from the dirt, gripping your ankle, as you see 3 more skeletons rising from the dirt as well. Findraw, I need you to roll initiative.
God.
16.
16? Okay. Give me 1 moment.
I'm about to bring a bunch of skeletons to the party, boys. My guest of honor.
Okay.
We are supposed to make a scene.
That is true.
Okay.
We're talking about Findraw here. BT dubs.
I mean,
Okay.
I wouldn't expect anything less.
All right. What was your initiative?
16.
Okay. Okay. All right, Fendraw. So you are up as you see these 3 skeletons emerging from the ground, readying their weapons to attack you. What do you want to do?
So we're...
Let me go ahead and see if I can draw a little mini.
I just draw like a little mini thingy. So we have the steps I came up, or the step whatever I came down on, and then there's another set of steps going up somewhere.
Okay, let me.
Right?
Yeah, this is a kind of a. Okay. So, let me get a. So, there are a set of steps, like right here. Okay, that's where you came from.
Okay.
All right. Here is this big that big sealed door that you couldn't open. Okay. Right here is another set of steps that seem to lead up into the house. Okay. Now, you are right here. And we have 1 skeleton here and 2 skeletons there. You are up.
Okay, so I'm going to cast. So if I run to the so the steps behind me going like towards the group, right? That's the way I came in, right? So if I run all
These
the
are
way
the ones you
far...
came in. These are the ones that you haven't gone through.
Okay. So I'm going to, I guess, run to the those steps, right?
These are steps, yes.
No, the other ones, the ones I came down from the.
You came from this. These are
outside.
steps. Yes.
Yeah, so those are steps, right?
Yes.
So I'm gonna run to the top of the steps.
Okay, you're gonna get an attack of opportunity from both of these if you try to make it through the steps.
Okay, that's fine.
That's fine?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Let's hope this works, because if not, it's gonna be really shitty.
Okay, that's a 19. And that is an 11. So both of those hit.
Good old armor class 10.
Yep. All right, you take 9 points of piercing damage. As you try to run by and you just feel 2 short swords just slash you in the back. Your robe cut even more as you can feel blood pooling in your, out from your back.
Okay.
But all right, so that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So
I don't want to go out.
Okay.
I want to get to the very top.
Okay.
I'm going to cast.
Hold on. Okay, yeah, go ahead.
I'm going to cast Fireball in the corner of the room.
Okay.
I should hit all of them except me. Right?
All right, 20-foot radius. Yeah, easily. Okay. Go ahead and roll damage.
32.
32.
Jesus.
Whether they succeed or not, these skeletons immediately just explode in a fiery ball.
That lights everything on fire, right?
Well, the room is made of dirt, pretty much.
Door?
The beds are caught on fire. This door's made of stone.
Oh, okay. So I'm going to now exit through the way I came. I'm gonna roll stealth check and try to do it stealthy.
Okay, roll a stealth check as combat's
Wow. Well, I rolled an 8, so fuck it.
As you just slam the door to the cellar open, as you just are frantically getting out of there.
And I slam it back. Let's make it a big round trip of noise.
As you do slam it, you do hear a sort of loud, what was that? And around this corner, you begin to see 2 guards rounding the corner. They haven't seen you quite yet.
Okay, so I'm going to... how close am I to getting back inside?
So you...
Am I close enough to get back inside without them coming over and seeing me?
So, yeah, if you want to run immediately just around the corner, you just got to get...
I'm hauling ass. If I need to roll an athletic check, see if I can do that, I will.
No, it should be fine as you just sprint in. They're a good distance away, and it's very foggy and at night. So
Cool.
You're just immediately going to run back inside. Okay. The rest of you in the ballroom, what are you doing? Van Renfield, as you come back inside, your dance partner does. You both walk up, and she gestures and grabs you a glass of wine and hands it to you. And you're now next to Xantix as he's standing there.
Oh, I am?
Or, sorry, Ximnus. Apologies.
Oh.
Is the lady still standing there with us?
Yes.
I think I'm going to say to her, do you mind if I borrow my friend for just a moment? I'll bring him right back.
Of course. Don't let it be too long.
Ben Renfield, do you have a moment?
Do I see this too? Because I'm just kind of observing.
You do.
As long as the lady doesn't mind. And I want to look at her and wink.
Oh, of course not.
Malachi's going to stumble over towards them and have Toad stay.
I'm just going to kind of gesture to go over to a corner relatively by ourselves.
Okay.
Malachi's going to be like, I have some wonderful news for you guys. I figured it out. It's so amazing. I can't wait to tell you about the secrets of the universe that I found on my wonderful drinking. This wine is amazing.
Do either of you have something to write with?
No. But he kind of like...
I don't think so, no.
He just like hugs you both. Like, he's continuing the charade of
Okay, well, if we're hugged in a huddle off in a corner by ourselves, I'm going to whisper as best as possible and tell them something's not right. I'm not going to say exactly, just in case someone in there can hear me.
Findral, where are you going exactly? Were you going back into the ballroom? I can't hear you.
I'm trying to sneak back in the ballroom.
Okay, with that 8 roll of stealth, you all see the door just sort of swing open.
Slams.
And Findral just sort of turning around, like sort of bloodied and his robe cut, and you can see blood coming from his back as he just turns and looks at you all, sort of wide-eyed and a bit deranged.
I see he's back into the pies. Anyway.
And Joe's gonna scream, I've fallen, humans! I've fallen.
Everyone now in the ballroom turns and just looks at Findral.
Well, I was about to say, I want to, like, get him and, like, kind of shepherd him, like, behind my, like, me and, like, put him behind me, but, like, put me and Ximnus between the party and him and kind of, like, wipe him off, like...
So as this is happening, you immediately see the 2 Wachter brothers as you all usher
Findra
God
into
damn
a
it.
corner. The
We
two
don't want
watch-
them pleased with us.
Malachi
You see the
trips
wa-
and falls and acts drunk.
You see the Wachter brothers. Everyone is now looking at you all. Everyone in there, and you see the two Wachter brothers go and immediately approach, and both of them just go, "What are you all doing? This is perfect. This is excellent. I love what you're doing right now. How did you even get? Never mind. I don't want to know. Just keep doing what you're doing. We love it. This is perfect." And they
I'm gonna
immediately
throw a
walk
chunk of
away.
corn at him.
And okay,
I'm like, yeah, man.
Roll an attack. Roll.
No, I'm just like, hell yeah, man. I'm gonna toss it. Not like an attack, but like,
Okay. He
Just like,
catches the
"Hell
corn
yeah, dude."
and just goes, "Excellent. Perfect." And they immediately walk away and go get drinks.
And then I'm gonna look at Zinmis and Ben Railfield and be like, "Yep, I knew it. There was definitely something going on. I think what we need to do is get a little bit more of what's going on. I'm gonna go get more drinks, but try as best as I can to let them know I found something out."
I want to like grab him by the shoulder on his way over and be like, "Can you summon anything other than corn? Because some coffee might be a good idea."
I can summon demons. I can summon skeletons. I can summon.
All right, you walk over and you go towards the bar and you see one of the Watcher brothers look at you and then you just go, "I see you are having a fantastic time, my friend. This is excellent."
It's so good. It's so good, man.
It really is. Okay, the rest of you four, what are you doing?
You said you had something to tell me.
Something, and I can't say what, just in case they're
Ben Renfield knows that Malachi can't get drunk, by the way.
Okay.
just in case they're listening ears.
Just FYI.
Something is going on here. Something that we should probably stop.
How do you suggest we do that? Surely they're not going to do whatever it is you're talking about in the middle of a party.
I think that's exactly when they're going to do it. I think everyone here's lives are at risk.
I'm gonna reach over because I'm gonna say to Ben Renfield, I'm gonna be happy. There are skeletons in the basement.
Amazing. All right, I want to get really like broody and sullen, and look over at the girl in the wolf mask, and say, "Perhaps I can score us a ticket to the inner circle, if I try hard enough. But we might need to get the party together and be ready for anything unexpected. See if you can figure out where they're keeping our weapons."
As you finish that statement, you see the two guards from out front enter the ballroom. They don't say anything, but they do approach Lady Wachter. And Zimnus, you're able to read the lips, and they say, and you watch them say, "Lady Wachter, pardon us, but there's been a disturbance outside. We heard something. We think someone might have gone into the cellar." You see her go, "The cellar?
Seller, I hardly knew her.
That won't do
As-
it all." And she looks in y'all's direction.
Malachi goes, "Seller, I hardly knew her."
You didn't hear any. You didn't see.
Oh.
You can't read lips.
Oh,
I'm
that's
just
fine.
I'm just gonna whisper and say, "They're onto us."
I look down and I glare at Findra.
Uh,
I wonder why.
Zimnus.
Findra.
Zimnus, as you whisper that, you see Lady Wachter make eye contact with you, and you see her mouth the words, "You're not the only one who can read lips."
Wrecked.
She then turns her back to you and whispers something to the guards. And they exit. And she just gives you a smile, Zimnus, as she returns back to the party.
Okay, I'm going to turn my back now and say, I think we've overstayed our welcome.
Nonsense. I mean, I do have to pee. I'm gonna ask.
You're not over there, Malachi. You're getting a drink.
I thought I was.
No.
You're getting a drink.
All right, I want to look at Zimnus and say, get the others, find an exit. I'm going to find us a Hail Mary.
We'll
Okay,
find
so,
you once we get out of here.
Have I heard all, like, I'm right next to that door that they're standing next to?
You've heard none of it. They've been whispering.
Okay. Cool, I'm just going to keep reading my book
Yeah.
then.
Yep.
Did I see, when Xantix and I were in the room together, did I see him go through that door?
Yeah.
Since I was watching the room?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to knock on that door.
Okay. You hear a knock?
And I'm going to head back over to the wolf lady. Carry on.
When he knocks on the door, I'll cast Mage Hand with my Hat of Wizardry.
Okay, roll for it.
Okay.
I'm gonna make you do it every time, motherfucker.
Okay, yeah, I'm good. And I'm gonna open it and then like look over at the other guy and like wink.
He just kind of grins.
Which on Xantix, that just means that he can turn one of his eyes lights off and on.
You then feel the door close behind you, Zimnus, and you look immediately towards Xantix, but then you also see the man sitting in the chair, and Zimnus, you actually recognize this man as the one who had been following you earlier in the week and had told you it'd be best to leave before the festival.
I'm just going to look at him and say, don't worry, I'm still heeding your warning.
The man just sort of looks up at you and then turns his eyes back down to his book and he goes, "Doesn't look that way."
We'll be gone before tomorrow.
Oh, do you two know each other?
We've become acquainted.
He kind of looks up and goes, So you plan on leaving tonight then?
Who knows?
Something tells me that you're lying to me.
I don't know that I know you well enough that I have to give you a straight answer.
I suppose that's true. So, what can we do for you, me and my metal friend here?
Well, your metal friend here happens to be an acquaintance of mine as well, and I was actually coming to let him know that we're going to turn in early for the party. We've got some people who don't know how to act.
So soon? Well. Tell me, where would you be off to so early from the party?
We'll find somewhere to bed down.
Where would you be? I quite distinctly remember hearing that you weren't allowed in the inn.
It wouldn't be our first time sleeping outside.
Yes, but I haven't quite seen you sleeping outside, have I? But I do distinctly remember seeing you when you first arrived, leaving the Baron's mansion, didn't I?
Been at the Baron's a time or two.
That wouldn't be where you're going tonight, would it?
No, I don't think so.
That would be problematic.
In
And he
what way?
closes the book. Well, I don't have to tell you that the Baron's not quite invited to these soirees. He's not a fan of Our Lady Wachter.
Why would that be?
You seem to know him well enough.
Does he feel threatened by her?
I think he feels threatened by everyone. That's
Well,
why
with the-
he has spies all throughout this city.
Are you implying that we're the Baron's spies?
I wouldn't bother implying anything. I know you're spies for the Baron.
You seem to know an awful great deal about us. How is that? Seems as though you may be a spy yourself.
I am.
Well, at least you'll admit to it, I'll give you that. But what you don't realize is we're not from here. Wherever we have to lay our heads at night, we lay our heads. Just because we hang out with someone doesn't make us involved with them.
I suppose not necessarily. But it does make you a risk. Friend,
However you...
I did try to warn you. And Xemnas, you then feel something grip your shoulders. I need you...
Is it a spell?
It is not.
Okay.
I need you to make either an athletics or an acrobatics check.
Oh my. Uh, 13.
13. You manage to slip free of the grasp of something, and you turn around to look, and you see nothing. There's nothing
What was
there.
that about?
And as you turn, you see the man has now stood up from his chair and removed a dagger from his belt. And he says, "Friend, I think you're right. You have overstayed your welcome, but you won't be leaving." I need everyone to roll initiative.
Fuck! I didn't get to go for my Hail Mary.
Yeah, I had a plan.
I have nothing.
22 for Fendrog.
18.
18. Okay,
22.
Malachi.
18.
Xantix.
22 for Van Renfield as well.
Jeez, we're killing it.
Xantix. 8. All right, and Toad gets a +4, which is... Oh, Jesus, Toad. Okay, Piddlewick gets a 7. Okay. One moment, guys. If you need a little bathroom break, now is the time.
You got it.
Jesus. You put us on break.
Yeah, I'll put you on some break.
We're gonna be on. How long is this break gonna be? I'm gonna like shut my computer and charge it. So.
Just a short one, like a 5-minute break.
Okay, well, I'm gonna shut my computer.
I hope this encounter isn't super long.
Okay. We might dip into it. We
Went for a ride today, Craig.
I hope it's a grind.
Okay.
It's got to be a fucking grind based on how many fucking tokens there are.
Yeah, there's a lot of
I have no weapons.
Yeah, and considering we have no weapons.
I don't have a weapon.
My mind is my weapon.
Okay. All right. First is Toad. So, Toad is sort of, you all in the ballroom are hearing sort of a ruckus at the closed doors, and you sort of hear some voices coming from inside that back room, but there's really not much going on as far as you can tell. But so Toad was really not noticing that anything's going on. However, it is now this hooded figure's turn. And this is going to be a bit difficult to do back here. So I'll take show you a quick glance at what we have going on back here. But I'm going to have to move it back up here just so we can get everything. But that's what y'all are dealing with. This guy is going to make a lunge. Actually, he is first going to cast a spell on you, Xemnas. And I need...
counterspell it.
Okay. All right. As he reaches out his hand and gives you a wicked grin, Xemnas, you see Xantix immediately stand up and raise his hand, and whatever spell this man was about to cast just seems to fizzle as he kind of grits his teeth and goes, well then. And he just bares his knife and just kind of grits his teeth. All right. It is now. He, however, he's going to stay there. Actually, he's going to stay there. Findraw, you're standing by the door and you can sort of hear some raised voices. And you can definitely hear as Xantix calls out what you would be familiar with. Actually, no, he doesn't call out anything. But you do, sorry, because Counterspell doesn't have verbal components. Sorry, yeah. Give me 1 second. But...
It's just like a quick
wapa. You do hear the sound of a voice you're not familiar with casting the verbal components of a spell. You recognize that spell as a hold person spell, and you hear it coming from that door behind you.
That was a good use of counterspell.
Do I know who's in the room?
You just know that Xemnas just went in there a second ago.
Okay. So I guess I'm just gonna like swing open the door.
Okay. As you swing open the door, you see Xemnas standing right there in front of the door, and you see behind him a figure holding a knife.
Okay, I'm gonna shut the door.
Why?
Because he's a bastard.
Okay.
I saw. Did I see Xantix in there, or did I just see Xemnas?
You just saw Xemnas right in front of you.
I don't shut the door.
Okay.
I'm just messing. So I'm just going to. So I see the guy with the dagger, and then I see Xemnas. So I guess I'm just gonna fucking. I see him like coming at him, right? So I'm gonna magic missile his ass.
Okay, what level?
Tier 1.
Tier 1, okay. So 3d4 plus 3.
10.
10 points of damage as the 3 missiles just whistle in the air and just slam into this man, his hood falling back to reveal a wicked scar on his cheek. As he just, I'll make you pay for that.
So he's gonna be like, he's going to like wave his in this back. Good luck. You shut the door back.
You shut. Okay, shuts the door. Okay. Did you say you said anything or just?
Did I say anything? I just said good luck.
Okay. All right. Do you do anything else?
No. No, I'm just gonna stay where I am.
Okay. Van Renfield. Everyone in the room is now turned back towards Findraw. You can now see. You saw him immediately just cast magic missile through this door and then close it and go, "Good luck." As you do look around, though, you see Lady Wachter and those 4 figures, including the woman who's right next to you, sort of look around at each other frantically and nod. And you can see that the woman at your side has concealed a scimitar under her, in a compartment in her dress, and is beginning to reach for it.
Is the woman at my side the woman in the wolf mask?
Yeah, and we're gonna go ahead and mark these fellows.
Okay. Is she like drawing the scimitar, like looking menacingly at me?
She looks around the room at her other fellows and then does look towards you with a wicked grin. Yeah.
I want to look at her and go, should I be worried?
Very, my dear. Don't worry, though. It will all be over soon.
Cool. I want to try and tackle her and like wrestle the scimitar away from her.
Okay, go ahead and roll a strength check.
Let's see. Sorry, it fell off the table, but it was a 13 plus my strength modifier, which is 2, so 15.
Unfortunately, she rolled a natural 20.
Okay, great. Bring it on. She
does not budge, and you are very impressed with her strength as she just kind of bares her teeth under her wolf mask, and you swear you can almost hear her like sort of like.
Great. I want to hit her with Eldritch Blast with both lightning bolts.
Unfortunately, trying to tackle her
that was
is
my
going to be an
attack.
action.
Yeah. Okay. Damn. Well, all right.
Would you like to do anything else?
It is what it is. No, I mean, I think that's all I can do.
Okay. All right. Now it is Lady Fiona Wachter's turn, as she goes.
Wait, before it starts turning, can I run away? Can I just like try and tackle her if she's not moving, and then I just like run as far away from as I can into the door that what Findraw left?
This one? Or no, this one. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to head for the door.
Okay, so you stand out here. Where do you want to go from here? Because you immediately see this woman sort of turn to you.
Is
and
that
go,
the entrance to the castle?
Yeah, towards the mansion. Yeah, 10 feet of movement.
Can I spot where they took our weapons or anything like that?
You do see the 2 guards out here, but you haven't seen those guards move anywhere else, so You're not exactly sure where they kept their weapons, but they are there. These 2 guards are there.
Okay, yeah, I don't want to do anything else. That's where I want to stay there.
Okay. Lady Fiona Wachter just sort of, well, sorry, dears. I guess we're moving a bit ahead of schedule. And let's see. You can immediately see also Findral and Malachi that her 2 sons are looking around frantically as if they have no idea what is going on.
I'm still here, by the way. I just trying to eke out my battery.
You're okay. All right. Give me one moment. Lady Wachter is going to immediately lay her hand on this woman at her side, on her shoulder, and you see the woman go, "Lady Wachter, and Lady Wachter just grins as you see just energy, black energy erupt from her hand and just begin to pulse through the woman's shoulder, spreading through her body until all of a sudden she just withers into a dead, mummified state. Her corpse just falling to the ground dead. Lady Wachter then just begins to laugh and goes, that feels good. Now for the rest of you. Malachi, it is now your turn.
Okay, so what did that? Okay, I'm trying to describe what I just watched. And what
You just watched
Malachi...
Lady Wachter touch this woman's shoulder, and it's almost as if she just sucked the life from her.
Okay, so that's what Malachi saw too. I didn't know if that was something that Malachi would have seen or what his perception of this was.
Malachi's right there, and he has a good vantage point of the whole room.
Malachi's gonna be like, oh fuck, and just pull out the scythe out of thin air.
Okay. All right, and that's your action.
Unfortunately, it is.
Yes.
And then with my bonus action, well, actually with my free action, I'm gonna yell at the Wachter brother, just be like, what the fuck did you invite us to? He's still feigning this innocence.
They both immediately turn around and go, we have no idea! And they both look horrified.
I'm gonna give... Is Van Renfield still wrestling?
No, Van Renfield walked out this door. He's now in the foyer.
I just don't want to abandon everyone, but I'm trying to see. Is that Toad?
Yeah, that's Toad.
Okay. I'm going to. Do either people next to me look threatening? Does anyone look threatening? It's hard to see.
The Wachter brothers look horrified. These 2 people also look horrified. These 4 seem to be the only ones menacing, as well as Lady Fiona Wachter.
All right, I'm going to be like, I don't know what the fuck is going on. I'm going to defend myself. I'm sliding along the bar towards that door where Van Renfield just left. And I'm going to kind of get in the corridor, I guess, a little bit further away from them. No, I'll just stay there. I'll just stay exactly where I am.
Okay.
With the Wachter boys.
All right.
That's my turn.
Zimnus, you are up.
Does my hunter's mark work without a weapon?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Let's just go ahead and cast hunter's mark on old boy here.
Okay. That's your bonus action.
Oh, and I meant to Hexblade's Curse. No, I'll just hold on to it. Okay.
And then, is there anything I can pick up and hit him with in the room?
He's nuts.
There is there's really only like a cup. Yeah, nothing really. Like you could try a chair. You're sitting on it. There's a chair.
Yeah, I'll try to hit him with the damn chair twice.
Okay. All right, give me one moment.
Is that considered an unarmed strike?
That would be a improvised
weapon.
I don't know how to add that.
I believed. It deals 1d4 of damage.
Okay, I'll roll.
But you're not proficient with them, I don't think.
Yeah, it's up to GM discretion. If Xemnas is proficient with a weapon that is similar to a chair, then he would have proficiency with it. But
yeah,
the example they
I'm
give
sure
is
it's as heavy as a large hammer, and I'm proficient with smithing tools.
Yeah, it says the example they give is if like you pick up a table leg or something, then that's basically a club. So
yeah,
if you have simple weapons. But
yeah, we're gonna say chairs is you're not proficient with it.
So 1 damage.
No, it's 1d4 damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I shall roll twice. My first roll was a 15. Second roll is an 11.
Okay.
It should just be 15 plus your strength modifier.
Yeah, it's what you roll plus your strength modifier.
Yeah, you just don't add your proficiency bonus. You don't. Yeah. Unless you have disadvantage for some other reason.
So, okay, so I just need to. So I need to roll a d20 and add my strength modifier.
Yeah.
All right. 22.
22. Okay, that hits.
11.
11 does not hit. So you just pick up the chair and just crack it over his shoulder. Go ahead and roll damage.
The first damage is 4, and then my hunter's mark. So 5 damage to it.
And your strength modifier.
Yeah, plus your strength modifier.
So 8 damage total.
8 damage. As it just cracks over his shoulder. You didn't roll damage for the second one, did you? For the second attack.
No, I rolled my hunter's mark.
Oh, right. Yeah. So 8 damage as you just crack the chair over his shoulder, and it just shatters. As he is able to sort of back away from the second attack, though, he looks hurt, and his shoulder looks a bit dislocated, but he looks furious.
Did Charlie come with me?
Charlie did come with you.
Stick Charlie on his ass.
Okay. All right, roll attacks for Charlie.
And dead.
Let's see. Roll D20. It didn't hit.
What'd you roll?
4 plus...
Plus 6, so 10.
10, yeah.
So no, that does not hit. But he does get advantage because of pack. Oh, actually...
Oh, yeah, because I'm next to him.
No one's within 5 feet of the enemy that...
Oh, I don't count, right?
Sorry. You did approach.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah.
If I roll again. The second roll will be at 18 then.
18 hits. Go ahead. 1d4 plus 4.
Your Bloodhawk gets pack tactics?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nasty.
Does my hunter's mark doesn't count for him, does it?
No.
So that'll be a 6 total.
6. As Bloodhawk just claws at his face, and he just as his face is now just bloodied, and his arm is sort of broken. He's looking very hurt, but he's just gritting his teeth. All right. It is now the cultist's turn. This one immediately is going to make an attack at this noblewoman. But he does miss with his dagger, and the woman just manages to duck out of the way, looking horrified. This cultist is going to attack this old man. But the old man actually manages to duck out of the way as well, as these cultists are just swinging their knives wildly. This one is going to rush towards you, Findral.
What a dick.
And make an attack at you. That is a 15 to hit. And it is going to deal 6 slashing damage.
I'm gonna foulball him.
Okay. And lastly, this woman is going to rush after Van Renfield. And is going to approach right here. Malachi, do you want to take an attack of opportunity?
I'm gonna turn my camera back on. Sorry to fuck with you. Yeah, I will. Fuck it.
Okay.
I'll leave this off actually, just to make it easier.
Okay. Go ahead and roll an attack.
Alright. Just normal attack. Natural 20. Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Jesus. Just a normal attack.
Okay, so go ahead and roll 4 d4s.
Jesus.
4d4.
4 d4s plus 4.
That'll be 12 plus. So that's 16.
As this woman just wildly rushes forward with her knife drawn, chasing after Van Renfield, says, "Come back, my love." Malachi, you just hell no, and just absolutely cleave this woman in two from collarbone under her ribs, just slice her in half as both halves just fall to the floor.
I'd like to think I stick the scythe out and she just runs straight through the blade.
All right. She is dead.
Van Renfield wants to look at her and go, "Sorry, I think we should split up."
Everyone takes 1d4 of psychic damage.
No, that's great. I love it.
All right. Next, you, Xemnas, as you're standing there, feeling confident, holding this busted chair at this man who's looking a bit wounded,
Wait.
you see him. What?
What about your boy?
Oh no, hold on. You see him grin as all of a sudden, Xemnas, you feel something behind you. That is a. You feel just a whiff of something behind you as all of a sudden you just hear a slamming sound in the ground. You turn but see nothing there. As you feel another whiff and you just sort of duck back again as something just crushes the table right beside you. But again, nothing's there.
Oh.
All right.
Can you see this thing, Xantix?
Xantix, you're standing there, seeing nothing as well. You're up.
Oh, golly gee. Well, that changes my plan. Well, I can only cast a cantrip right now anyways. I'm going to I'm just gonna cast. Can I see, like, if... No, yeah, I'm just gonna do what I thought I was gonna do. I'm gonna cast using the Hat of Wizardry. I'm good. I'm gonna cast Create Bonfire underneath the dude, my buddy.
Okay.
That's not Zemnis.
your other friend who you are now going to light on fire.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And he's gonna take his dexterity saving throw.
15 on his saving throw.
I think that just gets it. Right?
No.
What's my...
You 16.
No, mine is 16.
Yeah.
Rad. Okay.
Full damage. That's 2d8s.
Yep. That's 5. And that's a 5. That's 10 points of fire damage.
As Xantix, you just throw out your hand and you use your wizardry hat to connect to a spell that you've been wanting to try for a cantrip you've been wanting to try for a little bit, and it works very well as you see all of a sudden flames just emerge from underneath this man as he begins to scream as he's fully engulfed in flames. He just screams and flails about only for a moment before falling lifeless to the ground. Just a smoldering corpse.
Can I take his dagger?
On your turn, you can.
Feel free. With the rest of my turn, I'd like to grab that book.
Okay.
Yeah.
You go up and grab the book, and you immediately put out some of the flames that were catching on it, but you salvage the book.
Cool.
Okay. It is now Piddle Boy's turn.
Piddle Dick, come on, buddy.
As he is going to walk out of the room and just slowly peek out the door and look out, and then immediately close it again and just turn to you, Xantix, and shake his head. His eyes very wide. Because Xantix has no weapons, or Piddlewick has no weapons either. Okay, Toad's turn now. Toad is going to quickly hide under this table. And he is going to fling one of the daggers that he smuggled in.
Ooh.
This cultist right here. And that is just barely going to hit. So Toad rolls. Jesus, what does Toad roll? Okay. So
4d4 plus.
So 3, it's 7. Yeah, so that just absolutely flings a dagger straight into this cultist's head, right in between the eyes as the cultist just falls back dead, with the dagger just sticking out of his face, out of his face. Okay, and you just hear Toad go, yes. All right. Findraw, it is now your turn.
Alright, so we're going to cast... I don't know, we want to cast a 2 or 3. Let's do, actually, let's just Misty Step, where that dwarf-looking guy is over there, or as far as I can get to him.
Which one?
The bottom right-hand corner. How far can I go? Yeah.
Let's see, what's the range on Misty Step?
30 feet, I believe.
It is 30 foot, so I can't get too far away. 5, 10, 15, 20, 21. I can. Let's go over there next to Toad. Let's get like on the other end.
Right there.
Yeah.
Bam.
Wait, can I actually go in the bedroom? Does it have enough room to like run
You'd have to
through the
see
bedroom
it.
in the corner?
Yeah,
let's go in there.
Yeah, you could.
Let's go in there.
I mean, you can miss. Yeah.
Yeah, so let's run all the way in the corner as far as I can go.
What, just back in there? Just back there?
Yeah, son.
Okay. All right.
Do you want to do anything else? You do have an action, so you could cast a cantrip before you run back in there.
Since I don't have like, I mean, yeah, I guess I could like right before. No, I couldn't.
Why?
I mean, if there's a wall there, so I couldn't really cast
Before
it.
Before you ran in this room, you could cast a cantrip, and then run in the room.
Okay, I guess I cast create bonfire under scoliosis that fucking stabbed me.
Okay. Okay. All right. That is a fail on his saving throw. So 2d8s.
2d8. My thingy's messed up then. No, it's not. I got a 3.
Excellent. Okay. This cultist just looks and begins to stamp out as his royal clothes begin to catch on fire at his feet. It's a fizzling create bonfire, but it is hurting him as his leg is on fire. But all right, you run back in that other room.
Yeah, brother.
Okay, Van Renfield, you are up.
I want to turn to the guards and say, "Our friends and I are leaving. My friends and I are leaving. Fetch our weapons." And then I want to. Is that right? I have a clear line of sight through this door to this person. Who's that person to like my right
This one?
or like behind me? No, through that
That's
door.
Malachi.
That's Malachi.
Yeah.
Do I have a clear? Let's see. Can I shoot Eldritch Blast at this cultist who's like straight ahead and to the right of me?
This one?
Yes, that one.
Yes. You can.
And who is that? Is that Lady Wachter?
That's
that right there.
That's Lady Wachter.
Can I hit her?
Yeah, you can cast 2
Can I
beams.
see her? I want to hit her with both my beams.
Okay.
Actually.
Both beams. Okay, so roll twice. You have +4.
Yeah. Let's see. All right, first one's only 7.
Okay.
Second one is 16.
Okay. The second one does hit.
Okay. That is gonna be 6 damage.
Okay, as one of the beams, she ducks out of the way, but the second one she leans right into as it slams her right in the neck. She just, but she looks like she's weathering it pretty well. All right, what else would you like to do?
There's nothing around me that can be used for a weapon, really.
Nothing. There's like pots. Like
Yeah.
you could try to throw a vase, but I mean.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Okay, I'm good.
Okay.
I think I actually want to move back and. No, that's good. Sorry,
Okay.
I'm good.
All right. You immediately see this woman just run out of the house. Just run.
Take an attack of opportunity.
Fireballer.
Bubble.
Hold on. Let me just murder this innocent real quick.
You see these 2 guards step into the room. Van Renfield, and they sort of look at each other and go, "I don't think you'll be seeing those weapons again." And they ready their spears as they approach you.
Big thing to say.
Hell yeah, bring it.
Okay. Both of them are going to get to make attacks against you. That is a dirty 20 to hit. And the second one's going to get an 11. So one of these hits.
They don't know that I thrive on pain.
Okay. And that's 1d.
As this one guard like slices me with his spear, I like grin and like grab my side and like taste my own blood.
Jesus. All right, that is 6 points.
Actually, I have a question, Chase.
Yeah,
This is,
go ahead.
I want to leave this. This is something, and I'll have to wait till my turn. But it says that I can do my like Crimson Right or whatever. I can imbue like any weapon to strike for an additional 1d6. Can I do that on my fist?
No, it's got to be a weapon.
Damn it.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Dude on the base.
But that, yeah, I mean,
It's an improvised weapon.
but as soon as you throw it, it's, I mean, yeah, it would be an improvised weapon. Okay, but you take 6 points of
It's
piercing
not my
damage.
turn. I'll think of it.
Dude, I'll just give you my scythe.
You take 6 points of piercing damage. Okay, it is now Lady Wachtter's turn. She is going to... Give me one moment, guys.
Don't worry, Malachi. I'll get a spear off of one of these guys.
I'll get one for you too. Oh no, I cleaved that one woman in half.
Yeah.
There's a scimitar on the ground right next to me.
There is.
Oh yeah.
If you want to toss it to me, I'll take it.
Okay.
I have big plans on my turn.
All right. Give me 1 second. Okay. So she is going to raise her hand, and she is going to cast Animate Dead.
Oh fuck.
And she just grins and goes, "Death is not the end." And these 3 corpses
Jesus.
rise from the dead. This one's in half, so it's just a like top of a corpse just reaching out for you. It's gonna have very little movement speed, but it's just gonna be flailing out at you, Malachi.
Van Renfield looks down at the woman who's cut in half, and he's like, "I didn't think you could get any uglier."
You see a tear come from All right, Malachi, it is your turn.
All right, I'm going to look at her, Fiona Wachter, and just go, "I think you should look behind you," and then summon an undead zombie right behind her.
All right, you're doing which one are you doing?
The putrid.
Okay.
Can you point the icon out for her? Is it right there?
Yeah, that's her right there.
What an ugly bitch.
You know what? Just to make her stand out a bit more. Okay.
Then I'm going to. Is that thing? I'm guessing that it hasn't been able to rearm itself, the zombie, the undead thing, right?
No.
So I'm gonna use my bonus action to kick the scythe to Van Renfield. I mean, not the scythe, the scimitar to Van Renfield.
Okay, make an acrobatics check.
Do I need to do anything for that?
Nope.
18 plus 24.
You just flick it perfectly, and it just lands in your hand, Van Renfield. Like, you don't have to do anything before you can even like turn around. It just lands right in your hand. Okay.
And
all
then
right.
my movement speed, I'm gonna Those guards are trying to come into that room, right?
You're not sure right now. They're just attacking Van Renfield.
Okay. How close are they to him? Are they within 5 feet?
No, they're within 10 feet.
Oh shit. Okay, that won't do any good. I'm gonna stay right where I am,
Okay.
and then my zombie's gonna attack.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and roll your attacks for your putrid zombie.
Okay. Oh wow, that was a 18. Almost as good as I thought. 18.
Okay.
Does that hit?
18 hits.
Okay, so that's 1d6 plus 6. Yes, 1d6 plus 6. So 11 points of damage to Fiona Wachter.
All right. As your putrid zombie just rises from the ground, a horrific, ghastly grin on its face as it just slams down on her back. She just and your zombie just looms right over her, just looking at her, ready to pounce once again. Half the spell's level. Okay. All right, and never mind. Okay, cool. All right, Xemnas, it is now your turn.
I'm going to go and pick up the dagger that old dead boy dropped.
Okay.
And then I'm going to open the door and come.
All right.
I mean, I'm going to get as close to the hooded figure right there as possible and retarget him with my hunter's mark.
Okay.
And then I'll take my 2 attacks with my little dagger here. What do I
Okay.
need to roll for the dagger?
So the dagger is going to be it's you're proficient with the dagger.
A dagger is also a finesse weapon, so you can add your dexterity.
Yeah,
or your
so
strength
it's
modifier,
it's going to be just like a short sword, except you're going to be rolling 1d4 plus 4.
Okay.
So plus 7, 2 attacks, 1d4 plus 4.
First attack is a 17.
That hits.
Second attack is a 22.
Those both hit. Actually, go ahead and roll the damage for the first one first.
Okay. 1d4 plus 4.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. That's 2, 6, and then add my hunter's mark. That would be 11.
As the door, you swing the door open, and before this cultist can even have time to react, you immediately just rush and slit the cultist's throat with one swipe on the first attack. And the cultist just and just falls back dead.
Yes, Jordan.
You still have another attack if you would like.
I don't have enough movement speed to go anywhere, do I?
I mean, you just used 10 movement speed.
Can I get close enough to attack that cultist directly below me?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and move me down there.
As you begin to move, however, you feel another that presence behind you reach out, and this time it makes contact, and you just feel something crash into your back, dealing 11 points of bludgeoning damage.
What the fuck?
But you rush down here, and you can go ahead and make an attack if you would like.
Let's see. Need to re-roll for my attack again.
Yeah. You got plus 7.
21.
That hits.
Let's see. It's 6. 8 damage.
8 damage as you just run up and stab this cultist right in the back, and he just immediately falls dead. Even after the impact in your back, you're still just driven. Okay, that is the end of your turn. Next up is Bloodhawk.
Can Bloodhawk sense or see what's attacking me?
Let me... No.
Okay. Let's see. Who is that directly beside the undead in front of me?
This is just a one of the members of the ball.
Okay, then I'm gonna attack the undead.
Well, you've used both your attacks.
With
Bloodhawk.
blood.
Okay. Bloodhawk is going to fly in.
That's a 25.
That hits.
Was it 1d4 plus what? 4?
1d4 plus 4. Yes.
That'll be a 7.
Okay. As Bloodhawk just scratches out at this undead's head, and you can just hear a just ghastly moan as this undead just begins to just readying itself.
Can he disengage after that?
No.
Okay.
He has to disengage as an action.
Okay.
Okay. It is now... Let's see. Give me one moment. Okay. All right, guys, we are reaching 10:20. Do we want to go ahead and call it tonight, and we can pick up with this combat next time?
Yeah, I'm down.
Yeah.
I'm fine with
Alright.
that.
Good idea.
Good.
Okay, Xantix, you are left in this room feeling just an unsettling presence there that has been assailing Xemnas. The rest of you, mostly weaponless, prepare to continue this fight against Lady Fiona Wachter and her undead minions now. We will pick up next week.
Make a note that I'm up next.
Okay,
Please,
yeah, it's already marked.
The fight's barely begun. I've barely done any damage to my